Ashley with Music After Dark HTX. Love that we're here. My Monday spot, Big Al. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Dude, I want to blow this place up so bad. Like, I really want this to be my recording spot on the Cole. I love it. Love it. Let me do some shout outs because, I always forget. Make sure to check out the Houston Collective and 90.1. All of my podcasts get replayed there on Friday nights at 8 p.m. The fuck? Yes, check them out, please. Shout out to my boy Joseph over at Lucid Scream Studios. Even though I'm not there, he still promotes the shit out of me, and it's a whole thing. So, love that. Yay! Okay, so I'm excited. We took a break. We took a break for a minute. We had like 2 or 3 Mondays off. I've met someone who is not on camera, but listening, who is how I met you. And I love it. Shout out to you, Scott. Which, by the way, I have my stepdad is named Scott. So every time I've been mentioning Scott, people in my family, like my daughter was like, our Scott? And I was like, no, a different Scott, right? So love that I have got to meet him. And you can totally take over my next 5 weeks of Mondays. He was like, I have all these bands, but I don't want to take over your Monday. Please take over my Monday. I will happily show up here with all of your people Monday. Introduce yourself. We gave you a mic.
Hey, this is Scott. I'm happy to be part of this collaboration. Looking forward to working with Ruben and local Houston.
You're going to be a part, too. I hope you live close, because I think you're going to probably be here all the time on Mondays.
Easy.
Sorry. You're going to be so sick of me.
No,
Sorry.
vice versa.
Sorry.
You have no idea what you've done.
Sorry. So, seriously, get back on the mic, though, because let's do some of yours. You're a photographer.
Yeah.
You like to take photos.
Yes.
Let's talk about you for a quick second.
Based in
Because you are actually helping me so much.
in Houston
Thank
down
you.
here, and just wanted to photograph these bands as they come in. So hopefully this will be a new chapter in it. Have the bands come in.
Mm-hmm.
Nice little podcast and airing.
Mm-hmm. You'll get some photos
Photo
done.
shoot and play some live music. But we're not doing that tonight.
Not tonight.
We
But
are not doing it
next
tonight.
week.
You know what's funny?
We'll be asking the bands to perform.
So Scotty.
Do you have all your decks and stuff?
Absolutely.
Oh my God.
I
Do you really
I
have?
have like 6 sets of. Or
They're rad.
3 sets of
God,
turntables.
call Al. Tell them we might be
So-
open past 8 p.m.
So
tonight.
what's funny is that Scott is always behind the camera, and right now he's also behind
the camera.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
like an Ouroboros sort of thing that's happening right now.
So you
Always the
you
bridesmaid, never the bride.
brought him to me. So how do you guys know each other?
I was photographing downtown in 2016 with Michael Chris' Nightingale Room. He let me come in to do like a semi-residency there. He had a lot of live bands coming in, and downtown was really bumping at that
Wait,
time.
where? What was it called?
Nightingale
The
Room.
Nightingale Room on Main Street.
Which
it
does
was
not exist probably
not existing anymore. Right
So
on the
it
same
falls
music.
in the
Ooh.
Fitzgerald, Acadia.
Sadly.
The
Still there
things,
now.
The
called
things that we
Cherry.
have lost pile.
It's Cherry now though, which actually let me
Wait,
tell
what's
you,
it called?
It's called
Cherry?
Cherry. It's an 80s themed bar. I suggest everyone go.
Are you being serious right
Absolutely. Super fun place downtown. Probably one of the funnest places
now?
downtown.
How do I not know about these places?
You got it.
How do I
I've
not
never
know
been.
about these places?
It's super dope. It's super dope. Everyone has fun at Cherry. It's like, imagine if Prozac was a place.
Okay, but is it numbers on a Friday night?
No.
Or is it?
So it's for those who want to still have.
Because there's a
80s.
whole different story. Because we could talk about that.
Yeah. No, numbers on Friday night, which
You're gonna have to pay for those stories.
yeah, it's like 80s minus the goth and the synth. So it's more hair. It's more that side of 80s, right? Super up. It stays fun. There's mirrors in the bathroom
Wait, where is this place?
where
What
the
is it
Nightingale
called?
Room used to be. Cherry.
Oh my God, I
It's
need an
on Main
address.
Street between Little Dipper and Natsuo.
Yeah.
It's on that block by Dean.
Is
It's
it a
on
weekend
Dean's.
thing? Are they opened every day, or is it just a weekend
Yeah,
thing?
I would say go during the week, but the weekends are definitely popping as well.
Field trip. We should totally take a field trip there.
Oh, 100%. You need to take cameras. It needs to be filmed.
Field trip. We should totally take a field trip there.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Look at that, just plugging everyone else's stuff.
Dude, I love it. I know. Okay, so let's talk about you. I keep talking. I say your name. What is your name?
Ruben Jimenez, also known as DJ Baby Rue. It's an unfortunate DJ baby name.
Okay, you say unfortunate. Didn't you pick it? Did you pick your
I did
name?
not.
You did
I
not.
did not. No. So
Is that a thing? Do DJs not pick their names?
they
Or it's,
normally
like
do.
Gifted to y'all?
They normally do.
Oh, okay.
And so that's so there's two schools of thoughts with DJs. One, they pick their name, their DJ T-Rex, 10X, or whatever, and it's horrible, right? But I, unfortunately, am from what we call the streets. So, I know it doesn't look like it with the hair, but seriously. Grew up in Northside Central, which is right outside of downtown,
Okay.
right? Like Hogan, Lorraine, McKee.
I live at Hardy and Jensen. I'm
See,
a white
there you
girl
go.
that lives in the hood.
Jensen used to be the host role, but that's another podcast. So
It is. I live in the cul-de-sac, elderly, more Latino part
Yeah.
of.
so that's where I grew up. And so my father's name is Ruben, and they would call him Big Ruben, and they would call me Baby Ruben. And so when I started DJing, I couldn't think of a name because I'm not like ego drunk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so like I didn't understand like what do I call myself? I was like whatever y'all want to call me. I'm just happy to DJ. And so everyone was calling me Baby Ruben in the hood, and so they would put my name on flyers, and then like everyone calls me Rue for short, right?
Okay.
So then they just would call me Baby Rue or just Rue, and so folks that knew me by that name, and that's how it sort of happened
So you're Houstonian. You've been here
the whole time.
the whole time. The whole time.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've seen the evolution probably of the DJing scene and the music scene,
Oh,
the
yeah.
highs, the lows. Apparently, we're in a slump right now. That's what
Ooh.
I'm being told. We
Oh,
don't
yeah.
even have national acts that want to pit stop here in Houston. I'm so sad about that.
Oh yeah. But that's because of the economics of like coming to Houston as a stop. So before we go back, let's talk about the music industry as it is now here in Houston.
Okay.
Right? Houston thrives on nostalgia. It really, really does. And while that's cool and all, that doesn't necessarily mean that there's growth, right? There is some growth in certain areas, but you literally, like everything else, you have to kind of like leave to be appreciated, and then you come back.
Yeah.
Right? So many examples. Houston lives on nostalgia. Think about this. And this is not a diss or anything like that, every Houston rapper hasn't had a hit in like 25 years. But everyone loves to hear those hits from
They
25
do.
years ago.
They do.
You play Tops Drop, and look, I'm going to tell you right now, I love Fat Pat, right? So if you play Tops Drop, we're all stopping what we're
Right.
doing, and we're doing what we got to do. You know what I mean? When you play Tops Drop, there's nothing wrong with that, but that doesn't mean that there's progression. Houston doesn't want to hear anything new, unfortunately, until they do, right? And it's very niche when they do.
Okay, so Lizzo came out of Houston.
Yep.
Lizzo came out of Houston,
Yes,
and I
ma'am.
don't know what happened to her because she
Well,
had a whole PR
she
issue
moved out of Houston.
and
She
took
moved
a
out of
break
Houston, and then she blew up. She didn't blow up in
here
Houston.
in Houston. Okay, so that is one of the. I would say that's why this podcast got started.
Because of the controversy?
No, because of trying to figure out how to get artists out the fuck of Houston.
Yes.
Like New Year's Eve, 23 into 24, I'm at Warehouse Live downtown. I
R.I.P..
will always call it that. I will never, ever call Rise
Well, Rise
Warehouse.
is something different.
But I will never call it fucking Warehouse. That will always be Rise to me. Cool local bands, dude. 307, Loose Lube, like from Hollywood. Crazy cool bands. They've been on the radio. Dude, they're not even all, those bands aren't even together. Hold on, Hollywood. Relevant thing, you know what I mean?
Well, because no one's...
Herbie, I love you. I know you have a child, but like his band is not, you know what I mean, together.
It's because think about this. Houston isn't an industry town, which means musicians don't see music as a career. They imagine it as a career, but since this is not an industry town, like say, the East Coast or the West Coast,
Right.
there's no industry to support it.
And some bands they don't want to do the whole touring thing. Like,
Which-
so my oldest,
that's
we were
a
talking
whole
about
other
this off
thing.
camera, right? So my oldest, I have a 21-year-old. I cannot sing or play instruments. He self-taught himself how to play like 7 different instruments.
That's great.
Wanted to be like a rock star, right? Play like Hollywood, do that whole thing. And I'm like,
But why not?
because that's what everybody wants to do,
Okay.
right?
but
Doesn't
so
everybody want to
mean,
be a rock star?
think-
That's what I always thought.
Think about it like this.
But
I tell
most people in our music scene don't want to do that. They don't want to travel, and they
I
don't
know.
want to.
Which is why they don't go anywhere. Which is why Houston doesn't have a scene.
Okay, so I'm like,
So think about it like this. We're hopping timelines here.
I feel
hard.
bad. I crushed my son's dreams.
No, not at all.
You
Think about
should have
this.
just been a rock star.
If
Shit.
you, like, what if your kid wanted to be an accountant? You'd be like, all right, time to go to business school. Go here.
Yeah.
How many unknowable amount of people go to business school to be an accountant? And we never discourage them, folks.
No, we don't.
Right?
Yeah.
Equal and opposite.
Higher education is
Equal
the
and
way to
opposite. So like
happiness or
if
something.
so
I
what
don't
I
know.
would tell musicians is you aren't a musician, you are a business. You're opening up a sandwich shop in a flooded market. So why would people want to buy your sandwich versus Arby's or Subway or any of these other things? And now mind you, that's the taste level of the entire population, right? Bland. And now you're trying to convince them to go to your shop. How do you get them in?
I
treat
love
it
this.
like a-
For the last 6 months, these are the questions I've been asking on my podcast.
Yeah.
So I'm
Treat it like a business.
Wow.
You are a business. While you're a creative, what you actually are is a business. And so here, and we'll tie it back to the whole DJ thing, right? I never saw myself as a DJ to be the center of attention,
Okay.
right? I was DJing.
So it's not an ego. It's not like a look at me thing.
and those people fail, right? And I'll tell you why they fail, because they aren't good for business. So we're in a bar right now,
Yeah.
right?
It's a brewery.
Yeah, same difference. So say for instance, I'm an up and coming DJ. I have 2 personality profile types that will will direct the course of my trajectory.
Okay.
One is the I'm talented, it's all about me, give me a platform. Or there's the other DJ type that is, hey, I see that you're a business. How can we be good business partners? Let me increase your bar sales, and then I get a piece of that because I'm increasing your sales.
You win. It's a whole win-win situation.
Yeah. So the egoist makes it about them, and they're cool, right? And cool is the worst thing to be. Cool people don't pay for anything. They don't add to anything. They actually detract from everything. They are the worst people. If someone's trying to be cool or they have a cool crowd or whatever, get rid of them. They aren't good for business because cool people don't want to pay to get in. They don't want to pay for drinks. They always want the hookup, right? And then they are always chasing the next cool thing, so you can't build a nucleus of a crowd, right? That's the detriment of all egoists. But
It's a real problem
it's
in
a
our
real-
music scene.
it's a real problem in the music
It's a real
scene.
problem in our music scene here in
and
Houston.
so that's why, and this isn't me like patting myself on the back or anything, but I can say that from the time I was 15 till now, this sweet tender age of 38 going on 39, I still DJ, right? And I don't DJ because I want to be the center of attention, right? I DJ because I want to make sure that I'm keeping my skills sharp, and I still want to prove to myself that I can take a young crowd and keep them there from 10 to 2 a.m. And I can put numbers on the board so the bar that I DJ at.
Right, because that's what it's about too, right? Is that making sure, like, when you're bringing people into an establishment, they're also drinking
Yeah.
or eating
And
or
so, like,
whatever is going on in
The
that
place,
place.
the place that I DJ at, I am the highest grossing receipts generating DJ in their whole thing.
Do you want to talk about? Are you allowed to talk about where you DJ at?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's this place called the Wiggle Room in Austin.
Okay.
And so I will say this.
What's the music scene like in Austin? I've got to interview one band from Austin, and we did a hangover edition because they did like Black Magic on a Saturday
Yeah.
headlined, and I had them in the studio at like 9 a.m. the next morning. We were all
The band to look for coming out of Austin that will save rock music is Rickshaw Billy's Burger Patrol.
really
100%. They are pure joy in their music. They have fun playing on stage every single time. It's almost like the first time they've toured, etc. You can tell that they're happy doing it. Like when they're playing,
like they're enjoying it. It's not like
Yeah.
oh, this is what we have to do tonight. Oh, we're
and
having
they
to do this
love
show.
servicing the crowd with giving it all. So Rickshaw Billy's Burger Patrol, I highly recommend you check them out. Like the first time
Get
I
in
saw
my
them,
DMs. I will
Yo,
come to Austin to
straight
interview
up.
you. By the
The
way,
first time I saw them perform, like I was not only just blown away by the joy, and also the crowd. Like they were just amazing. They are amazing musicians. It also just fucking rocked. Like let's not forget that you have to fucking rock. You have to fucking rock.
you do okay. So and that's usually like when bands. I'm like okay. We have this huge. People aren't going to shows. I see
Yeah.
it because I'm a vendor, right? So I get to see some cool ass shows for free because I'm selling candles, and there's nobody in these shows.
Because they
And
don't
I'm like,
fucking rock.
what the fuck is happening?
Yeah. So like, and the crowd in Austin's very pretentious, but they're giving it their all. They're smiling.
Fun fact: I am not from Houston. I graduated from Leander High School.
Okay.
So I remember when you could actually smoke in bars on
Yeah,
6th Street
yeah,
and
straight
cruise
up.
down 6th Street. I'm like sneaking out from like Saturday night, 10th grade, and driving down 6th Street.
Tales of a misspent youth.
Yeah, celebrated my 21st birthday there.
Hey. So like when they were done with like song one, I literally yelled out "Hooray!" I was like, "Hooray!" And folks kind of
Dude.
giggled around me, but I was like, "You have no idea. You're actually seeing like something pure. It's not about them. It's literally about who they are together, but servicing the rock, right? That they are like producing, and it is all out quality. And so going back to that, right? Like so we won't talk money, but I will say this: I get a different cut in when I DJ at this place than the rest of the roster that they use for the rest of the month, the rotating roster, because I generate the most receipts.
Makes sense, right?
So if you have someone generating the most receipts, then you have to have a different agreement. So
Right.
when I started DJing in what I used to call 21 and up clubs when I was like 16 years old, I was a child. I didn't like. I've always looked like me. I've always looked like a fucking nerd, right?
Yeah, and I've like been the same height since like the 5th grade,
go,
dude.
right?
Like
So like
fluctuated in body weight, but I've basically been this built since the 5th grade. So yeah.
Yeah, and so I would tell, bar owners, they'd be like, well, what are you going to do, blah, blah, blah. And I'd say, how about this? We don't have to agree on how much you pay me a night. If you make X amount, because I would ask the bartenders, how much do you make the night before or the week before? And they would just tell you, because bartenders are happy to just be honest with you. And they'd be like, oh, we only made like $2,000
Yeah, that's
or
so
whatever.
funny. That's fun fact. That's on my other part-time job.
Right, there you
is
go.
bartending.
If you ask a bartender, yo, how much did the bar make last week? They'd be like, ugh.
Like, I can tell you right now.
They'll tell you,
Yeah,
yeah,
I'll
because
tell you right now.
they know, and they know that if the bar makes more, then they make more, right? So I'd say, cool. I would tell the bar owner or the manager, you made $2,000 last week. I'm going to bring you $5,000. And if I make $5,000, then you give me 10% of that. And if I don't, you can pay me a flat fee of whatever.
Right.
I'm going to gamble on me. But I come from a culture where we had to make people dance or you weren't good. You had to like...
You really did, dude.
Yeah, I like really... it was like if you weren't good, it couldn't be about you. It was literally about... Like you could have all the ego in the world and the coolest DJ name and whatever the fuck else, but if you didn't have people on the dance floor or the bar packed off the strength of what you were doing, then you were whack.
Yeah.
Period. And so that's the school that I come from, right? And so I would say, and that's how I was being an egoist. I'd say, I'm going to make your bar money. And they're like,
Yeah.
who are you? I'm like, don't worry about
Don't
it.
worry about it, but you're going to be hitting some sales
Yeah,
tonight.
everyone's going to make money.
Yeah.
The bartenders are going to make money. You're going to make money. And people are going to come back to your bar, and you don't even have to put out a flyer. How's about that? And then I would make the money, and then I would get my cut. And then they'd be like, you coming back next week? I'd be like, I don't know, am I?
I don't know.
Right? And so I was doing that at like 16. And it just went from there. And so what I learned from that, and I would see everyone else with their cool T-shirts and their fucking hair and whatever and their DJ name, yuck, making it about them. And it's like, no, you are the hired help.
That's really, I mean, that's...
You are the hired help. Act accordingly. If you ask anyone who is the most important person in the bar, there is only one right answer, and it is not the DJ. You work in bars.
I do.
Who is the most important person in the bar?
I mean, I would say the people coming into the bar is the most important people in the bar. I mean, it can't really be...
Okay, I'm sorry.
That
Not
can't
that
be
aren't the
my-
customers. The infrastructure. I apologize.
I don't know if I can say this on game, right?
That's fine. I'm gonna say it. You want me? So
I think you should say it.
after decades in bars and clubs, what I learned is that the most important person in the bar is the bar back. If you don't have a good bar back, then you don't have clean glasses to serve drinks in.
Shout out to the barbacks at my bar.
100%,
I love them. I love them.
100%,
I love
because
them.
here's the deal.
I love them, actually.
Because if the bar is packed, you're not making cocktails, you're pouring drinks.
Yeah.
Which means you need clean glasses.
Yeah.
And so if you're churning drinks on a busy night, the most important person in the bar is the bar back.
That's true, actually.
Not the DJ,
No, it's the...
not the bartender.
Because if you don't have glasses,
Because
you
if you
can't
don't,
make
you
drinks.
can't pour a drink. So know the hierarchy. And DJs don't. They think they are at the top of the chain. They are at the bottom. Act accordingly.
So it's an ego problem. I mean, I
100%.
think that's... Please do not cancel me. I have thought that's been an issue in our music scene. I don't think a lot of people want to admit that on camera. That that's our...
Look,
And we can blame it on COVID. We can say that
that's
it's...
pre-COVID.
Houston's an hour away from Houston,
Yep.
right?
Nope.
And we don't
Before
have a
that.
strip like
Before all
6th
that.
Street, and we don't have the Riverwalk. So the only music venues currently that we have is Scout,
Ew. I mean,
19th Hole,
well, no, but you also still have like White Oak and
BFE.
and
But local people can't. White Oak and stuff is kind of gatekeeped a little bit. Is it not?
it's not. I'll tell you why.
Ooh, please,
Because
please,
I
school.
I got local acts on HOB stages and Live Nation
Mm-hmm.
stages and White Oak stages because I just talked to people. I didn't presume that they were gatekeeping.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You have to make friends. That's
Networking.
That's not kissing ass. Well, no, and let me. So you've just done something right now, and I'm gonna
Wait, he's
call
like
you
gonna
out
school
on it.
me. He's gonna be like, not
Yeah.
be nice to me on my podcast.
No, I
Like,
know, but because that's what you did just now was project.
What, that people should network?
So networking gives people a sour, shitty taste in their mouth.
Why?
Okay, because it's false, and it is, right? So here's the deal: you don't network. My advice to everyone is that you don't network. You fellowship.
Oh, I like that. I like that term better. Okay.
Right? Because here's the deal. If I'm networking with you and you're networking with me, we exchange cards, and you ask me, what do I do? And I ask you, what do you do? And now we are basing each other's importance on the tier of activity and service that we can provide each other. That's false. Right?
Okay.
Networking is that. Fellowshipping is this. Hey, what is it you do? And you say, I have a podcast.
I have a podcast and I sell Gothic candles.
And you know what I say while I'm fellowshipping? That's wonderful. How can I help?
Okay. I
how
love
can
that.
you help?
I think that's something that nobody else actually does.
So if you want to be a good business partner, you don't ask, what is it that you do? And as soon as you tell me, and it's something that doesn't service me, I walk away,
Right.
which are networking people. But if I'm truly interested and care about the scene that I'm in, whether it's House of Blues, whether it's, White Oak, whether it's any of those other places, right? When you go and meet people, you say, oh, what is it you do? Oh, I work at White Oak, blah, blah, blah. I work the door. Oh, that's badass. Hey, man, I do this, blah, blah, blah. How can I help?
Dude, I love that. I actually
And
really love that.
and just because someone's not a promoter doesn't mean that they aren't the person that you should be naturally interested in making friends with.
I didn't even know that was a real job until I interviewed Apex Fallen.
Yeah.
And they said something about like gatekeeping and having to go through promoters.
that's
And
so-
literally, if you watch that podcast, the oh fuck look on my face, like this is why I need people to be
But-
like fix your face and
Yeah.
hold signs.
No, but you shouldn't.
because I had this whole like, wait, what? That's a real thing? Like
Yeah.
social media. I just was like, wait, you guys can't get booked unless you go.
But you
through somebody?
buzz
Like,
saw.
that's a real job.
But you buzzsaw all of that if you just ask how you can help and you participate in your community, which artists.
Do we want to talk about that? Do
Which-
people really participate in their community?
Which artists don't want to do because they are egoists, right? They are narcissists by profession. Hey, look at me, I'm on stage, I'm special. And I don't have to do anything in exchange except have talent. And they don't have talent.
Well, I feel like everything's saturated, right? I
Ex-
feel like
but-
everything's kind of just like.
Well, and this is not the first time.
bland.
So there's
Well, no,
somebody
so-
else that I will not like, obviously,
Sure.
like say
No,
on
I-
camera that like I'm like
So-
talking to him about my podcast and other things
Sure.
and like the
But I-
music scene, and he was like, "Well, they
But no,
he was like, they don't have
everything's
talent." And I was
saturated.
like,
No, well, I mean, so when you mentioned this band from Austin, Houston, I just don't. I don't see anyone trying to do that.
But the thing is this. So we tell ourselves stories. There is reality, but then there's also the story we tell ourselves, right?
yeah,
That there's gatekeepers, that things are saturated. And while, yes, things are saturated, everything is saturated. 100% of the market of everything, like America right now is at a consumption saturation point with apps, with technology, with beer, with shoes. We are beyond a saturation point. 100% we are redlined beyond the saturation point of all things consumption based. Art, blah, blah, blah. You name it. How many burger places? There's always going to be a new burger place.
Yeah.
How many places are vying for James Beard Award and all that stuff? It's beyond the pale of saturation. So we have to say, okay, if we are in a post-saturation world, right, what is the thing that I can do with the thing that I feel like I have to offer that will differentiate myself? And it's not about influence, and it's not about social media, it's not about any of those things. It's about actually caring about what the next person is doing. What can you do for me is networking. How can I help is fellowship.
I feel like that's all Ashley does, like throughout her podcast, like
There you go.
with Joseph and stuff. I mean, look, the people that we've met along the way that have really helped are the people that were like, how can we help you?
yeah. That I've
Exactly.
I've just been
Like,
like,
for real. No,
dude,
no,
Joseph
it's
and
just,
them.
like,
He's
some-
like, you can film here, do whatever, and I'm just like, wait, what?
No, you just blew my mind. I'm sorry, I just had to.
No, please.
No,
bro.
please, no.
This is
keep
a
talking.
conversation. It's all
serious.
open.
It really,
it's all
this
open.
this is stuff that we've actually nobody's ever.
There's no
presented
dynamic.
it this way on the podcast before, which I love.
Me too.
You know,
I do.
I'm
Just
the helper
this
and the
whole
fixer. and,
idea of
hey,
like,
I think I can help and fix the music fucking scene. That's why I started this fucking podcast. Oh my god,
Yeah, you're trying to help contribute.
dude, I'm
so
really
what I was
trying.
gonna say is I feel like the only band that I can think of that I've seen live that really truly helps people is Bad Trip. It's just a whole group of people that really try to help and promote.
They really then.
I
the
mean,
most,
that,
you know, because of Joseph. and stuff, it's 'cause
Joseph's
of
great.
Joseph.
I mean,
Yeah.
but no, you blew my mind with that. That was
Yeah,
just
no,
like
this
that really
is,
thought it
I
made me
think,
think
like-
of Ashley, made me think of the podcast, made me think we're really just trying to help people get out there and like
One
do something with themselves. You know what I mean? Like
Because New Year's
100%.
Eve,
You
23 and
just-
24, if you would have asked me if I would have had a podcast, I would have been like, you're smoking crack.
Look, you just don't. I just feel like you don't have a lot of people serious about it. Like it's
And-
a hobby.
And that's where
That might be a.
no, you just said
No,
it.
and that's the
Hobbyists.
thing. It's a
The thing
because
is,
people don't. There's a bunch of people that don't care about touring
There's-
and
well,
don't want to like
there's
do
hobbyists.
whiskey a go go and
yeah, there's hobbyists, and
Do
then
the
there's people
thing.
that want to succeed,
yeah.
right?
And it really is a business, right?
And it's a
Merch,
business.
music, streaming platforms, social media platforms, just keeping up with all of those
all of it.
things. Y'all will laugh. I have my phone right now on like airplane mode. When we turn it back on, it'll blow your mind. It's just like ping, 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 ping. Like it's. I am not rude when I do not respond. It's like, dude,
Yeah.
just shake it like lost in the. I mean, I run like 5 social media platforms, so it's a. Don't come at me if I don't respond right away. I'm sorry.
Can we do a clapper?
Yay! Okay, we're back. You
So-
ready? What are we doing?
So fellowship. So let me. That's not my original concept.
Okay. Because you know it gives off like a churchy vibe.
Me?
No, the word fellowship.
Oh, I mean, communal, right? But I will say this. So the idea of not networking but fellowshipping came to me from my music industry mentor.
Okay.
So we're bouncing around the timeline here. We'll have to do a linear sort of timeline. We'll call it long story bearable.
Okay.
So it's important to have mentors and mentees.
I have one actually. I have
See, there you go. My mentor, his name is Lee Cadena. He has since passed, R.I.P. Lee is from Michigan, moved out to L.A., ended up on like the radio out there, and then also ended up like being a manager to some artists, including Tina Marie.
Nice. Okay.
Yes. And just a very beautiful, beautiful soul. And like you can feel resonance even if it's over the phone. And I used to have to make a bunch of phone calls back in the day from like payphones because I didn't have a phone. I would smash nickels into the size of quarters called nickel slugs to make phone calls.
Okay.
So I used to get the numbers off of the back of like records and call the labels to try and get records shipped to me because I was on the radio, on KPFT back in the day, and then also like in the club I'd be like, please send me promos because I couldn't afford to buy records, and they would. And so then I tried to get on to what we called trade magazines. So like imagine Casey Kasem's Top 40,
Okay.
where they average out spins per week, which then turns into the top 40 chart
Yeah.
of, and that's how you end up Pat Benatar being number 1 with We Belong. That's for all the young people out there. They don't know who Pat Benatar is.
I do.
And so I would call people every week, and I eventually got Lee's number at this trade magazine called Urban Network, where people were reporting in their playlists.
Okay.
And I kept calling, and Lee one day asks me, he's like, where are you calling from? And I was like, I'm calling from a payphone. He goes, you don't have a phone at home? And I was like, I can't afford a phone at home. And he's like, all right, cool. I hear you. And he like, when he said that, like, I didn't understand that what he was saying is that he heard my drive
Because you're calling from a payphone.
consistently, right? I would call him consistently. And so he adopted me, essentially, and took me under his wing. And when I was doing radio, he was like, okay, I know you want to do more, so what do you want to do? And I was like, I just want to be in the business, man. You know what I mean? I was like, fuck it. Like I love this so much. And he was like, all right, I'm going to help you get some money. I'm going to help you promote records nationally. So there was this horrible group out of New Jersey called Us, US. They're a rap group. And they had $150 for me to promote a record for 6 weeks, to call a bunch of DJs on this phone list.
List just going down the list.
Yeah.
Just going
And
down
I'd be
the
like, do you
list.
have the Us record? Can you play it this week? Blah. And so he gets me on the phone with the manager, and I'm talking all this shit. Oh man, I'm gonna make it go number 1, and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, $150. And I just had a baby, so I was like, I need all the money I can get. You know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about.
Yes, I do.
You're like anything.
Just went back to bartending. Yes, I do.
right? Just fucking snap into that fucking trauma. So I called DJs relentlessly from my job phone for 6 weeks, and I'm talking to DJs, and I'm a DJ, so I get to talk to them about mixers and turntables and clubs and promoters and crowds, and I'm just having conversations like we're having a conversation right now. And the record that I was promoting sucked. It was a stinker. But I didn't know that at the time. I just knew that I had a job. I got paid $150.
And you just need to you just had to make it work.
I had to make it work,
had
and
to
I
make it
didn't want to
work.
let Lee down and these people. And I got the record to chart nationally up to top 15 on the rap charts.
And it sucked though.
It was terrible. And so by the time the 6 weeks was over and it only peaked at 15, I was mortified. I was on a conference call with these guys, and I was apologizing, and I was like, hey, I'll send you your money back. I was like, it's no reflection on Lee for, hooking us up. I was
Right.
like, I tried my hardest. And then, like, on the conference call, like, I hear people, like, burst into laughter, and I'm like, oh, my God. Like, I'm never going to do this again. I fucked up my shot. And Lee was on the phone listening the whole time as well on this conference call. And they are cracking up. And they're like, yo, we didn't even expect this thing to crack top 50.
Right.
And you got it to 15. And Lee was like, I told you my boy's nuts. He's relentless. Like, he's on the phone all the time. He won't stop calling me, so I know he wasn't going to stop calling these people. You know what I mean?
Okay, so if you could do that, why are you in the Austin scene and not down here helping me save the Houston music scene?
Well,
Here, because
We'll-
here's my red flags. I
we'll-
think I can save everybody.
Yeah,
so
well, we'll talk
apparently I
about
can
that.
save.
See,
I
we're-
can save the Houston music scene too.
we're hopping timelines, dear. We're going to get there. Oh.
Because they're gonna kick me out of the bar, and we only have so much time tonight.
No, we got,
God,
what's our time limit? We're going to learn you some.
they're gonna kick us out.
Not at all. So from that point, I realized, okay, my passion is what matters. It's not, again, the story we tell ourselves. There's gatekeepers, blah blah blah. So now I was performing on a national level, promoting a shitty record, and because I cared, because I was relentless, I cut through. Because I wasn't promoting a record, I was communicating with people about our shared experience. I never talked about the record. I talked about how shitty it was to work in clubs with people that didn't understand what you were trying to do, the blah, blah,
Right.
blah, and the DJs related. We had a common language, and they were like, okay, I'm a cut for my dude.
Well, because it seems like DJing, at least here in Houston, is a very, I would say, cutthroaty thing. So
I wish it was cutthroat. It is absolutely not.
Okay. So I vend. I have the candles. I got to vend with.
Wait, what do you make your candles with? Is it beeswax?
No, it's actually paraffin and palm because no one fucking burns my candles. They're used as decorations. I don't even know why I
boo.
put wicks in them at this point. It's a running joke. I started a candle company with
Have
no
you seen
repeat
wickless-
business
have you seen
because nobody
wickless
will burn my
candles?
fucking candles.
Have you sold a wickless candle before? They sell wickless candles. I bought a wickless candle one time, not knowing it had no wick.
People use
And I paid a
them-
bunch for it, and I was like, there ain't no motherfucking wick. And they're just like, yeah, you put it on a hot plate. I was like, what?
Yeah, no, people use them as decorations. It's fun. I vended.
Is vended a word?
Vending, yes. I got to vend.
Post?
Say Vende.
At a vend.
Vende.
And I did two, and it was DJs, right? And it was Art Martinez and some like ravey things, and I was like pregnant, and so just like selling candles, right? It was
Yeah.
like whatever. Then they asked me to be their event coordinator and kind of like,
Word.
hey, join us in this. And I'm like, okay, I still remember like when Sandstorm would come on, bro. Like, bro, shut up. Shut up. Right? Like, I remember when like raving in Austin was like, you didn't know where you were going. Like, it was
Yeah.
a secret. Like,
You
it was
just
a
had to
secret.
go. How did we ever get there?
Okay, so I'm like having someone be like, can you be the event coordinator for a rave? And I'm like, wait, what? Like, is that legal? Like, you know, I'm like, is that a thing? The first one was at Eighth Wonder. It was wonderful. Then we hosted another one on Valentine's Day. It was great. You were there. Daniel was there. I felt very clueless to the scene. right? I deal with a lot of like rock metal cover bands.
Oof.
Then I'm being introduced to this
Well, I didn't know what we were getting
other
into.
scene, which honestly, those two events,
What the
I
freedom event?
yes, I
Yeah.
honestly have an anxiety disorder.
Okay.
The safest, honestly, I have ever probably felt at an event that had over 2,000 people at
Yeah.
it. Right? Everybody, it was like everybody loved each other. It was great. I did not know that was a whole thing, y'all. Like
What, that underground or
The
that like
rave
that
scene?
yeah,
that scene?
and
Yeah.
that thing, and then I met Marche, who took over the Shamrock and does open decks now. I guess like I'm hosting an open mic night. Now there's open decks, and you can just go and spin. Do you think that helps or hurts? Because people are like freaking out that that's a thing
I
where you
think
can just go and
it's important to give people spaces to practice.
Okay.
They have to learn. How do you learn how to be in front of anybody? Right? It's like an open mic night for
know.
comedy. You know what I mean? You have to afford those spaces, and that's how people grow if that is what they choose to pursue.
Okay, do you think there's a lot of young people though right now here in Houston that want to be DJs and are maybe flooding to that scene?
I don't know because people.
Because he's like, I'm not here, bitch. I'm in Austin.
No. That's not the case. It's more about the culture of humanity. People don't go out to meet people anymore. People stay home. People are. This has changed everything, right?
Okay.
So, where I never started out DJing to go out to the clubs or anything like that. I started DJing because I have what I call a positive birth defect. Think about that. You can have a positive birth defect, right?
Okay.
My positive birth defect, which I didn't think was positive at first, is that if I hear a song 3 times, not in a row, but just by the 3rd time when I was young, it was like committed to memory, right? And I actually did not like it. So imagine,
One more reason now. The musician brain works different than
Yeah.
the non-musician brain.
100%.
You just totally sealed that for me.
so
It
like
really does.
imagine like, I can't wait, baby, I can't wait. That shit was on the radio all the time, but by the 3rd time I heard it, it was imprinted in my brain to where I could hear it when it wasn't playing as if it was playing on the radio. So it was a curse at first. Like when I was a kid, I would like run to the radio and turn it off if I didn't want something like committed to memory.
Really?
Yeah.
So you knew that young.
Well, it's not even about knowing it. Like my brain was doing that. I had no control over it.
Was it an obsession?
Did you always want to be like a musician though?
No.
Or was there like something
No.
you just had a
No.
connection to music and it was like a weird
It wasn't.
Is
It was
your family musicians? Are they
no.
music
I wanted to
fans?
be a trucker when I was a kid. Hell yeah. I wanted to be an 18-wheeler driver.
Fucking right.
But like when I would hear songs on the radio, it was shoved in my brain. It wasn't something that I was choosing, right? I was born with a mental profile that globbed onto this thing. So it's not there was no personal aspiration as a 5-year-old to want to remember Billy Joel songs. My brain was just doing it.
Just did it.
It was recording it. And I didn't want it to do that because then when it was quiet, I could hear it like it was playing out loud. So I call it the positive birth effect because then I was constantly recording music in my brain. And so the first time I DJ'd, I didn't own turntables, right? I had put all the songs together that my brain had recorded.
Because you're older than me, right? You said you were 44?
48,
Okay.
strong 48.
So, okay, my dad is a DJ, and I say that, but like in nightclubs back in Colleen, right? So,
Ooh.
like,
Strong.
he booked Ruben McIntyre before Ruben McIntyre was a thing.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, I remember when he like didn't want to pay for babysitters anymore, right? So every other weekends and holidays, I was hanging out in DJ booths. So I remember like records,
Yeah.
right? And him having to listen to records. So that's my like growing up with him, like listening to records, right? And then CDs were a thing. He lost his fucking mind when they got a computer and he could leave the fucking DJ booth.
Damn. So yeah. So similar but different, right? So like my first memory of music was before I was even verbal. Yeah, like I remember music before I knew how to talk. Like one of the first songs I remember was
Okay, he's like, if you had an IQ test, am I like sitting next to like, you're like a genius or something?
it's just it's we don't get to decide our brain makeup, right? Our brain makeup consists of minerals and vitamins and stuff like that, and that combination will then either preclude us from learning or allow us to have an ability with math.
You know, this is the most like educational, scientific, I think, podcast. And he's like shaking his head. He's like, "Yeah, bitch, I fact like walked through all y'all's. Like this was our guy. This was our guy."
But you know what I mean. So I can't claim any like rightful ownership to that, right? It's just how I happen to be born with that profile.
Oh, I have so many people I want to introduce you to.
And so like you and Daniel and Scott, we all have a thing with our chemical makeup that allows us to do a thing, good or bad. It could be negative, right? It could have led to chronic depression, regardless of our environment.
Right.
It could have led us to like only using spirograph all day. I can only spirograph or whatever. And my thing just happened to be my brain recorded music, right? I didn't choose it. That's the way it was, right? I could have been born with one short leg, one long leg. That's not what happened. It just happened to be that I was born with this thing. So whatever that was, I can't take credit for it, right? It's just what I was imbued with.
Okay, I love your whole hippity dippity. Just
Well, I know
like,
how
go
scientific
with
it is getting into it, but like
fucking-
the child development, right? Like,
dude, I
just
love
like,
it.
And so
I
like,
imagine Aiden went through that same thing, right? Where he
I'm
just
sure.
heard music, right, at a young age.
My
and
oldest,
just
I
like
call him. It's,
just like dove into it,
I
right?
love him.
Well,
I
you're-
literally-
it's not even
it's kind of a running
It's not even
joke.
him doing it on purpose.
No, it just I call him like he's like the Rain Man of fucking music history. Like it's just this weird. He hears music and then like
yeah.
So
we'll end up learning about like every band members.
Wait,
what
so
their
did you have a
favorite
certain-
fucking puddings are and shit? You know what I mean? It's just this thing with
Did-
my
did-
oldest.
Did you have a certain time in your career where you just obsessed about music, or is that just like
It's-
even now?
it's
Like,
right
it's just-
now.
Yeah, so
It's
I mean,
right
again,
now. It-
man,
it
it's
does
like
not-
that
is not-
obsession is just like.
And I don't even call it
So
obsession
do you
because
hear it? Do you hear sounds even when you're like trying not to hear sounds?
Oh, yeah,
So like when
100%.
you're just like laying in bed and shit, you're just like
so if I think of an artist or I think of a song,
you can hear it.
I can hear it completely from front to back, like lyrics, chorus, etc. And so before I even knew what like a break was or a chorus or an intro or an outro, it was all recorded in my brain, right? One of the first songs was a Bee Gees song. Before I was verbal, I remember seeing like the sides of the crib, right, and like my hands and my feet, and the words of the broken heart, just
Dude, I love it.
and so that was one of my first memories before I could fucking speak, before I understood what emotions were or feelings. I had no label for anything, but I knew the Bee Gees song,
Like I knew what that was.
and I could play it in my fucking head when it wasn't playing. And then after that, it was
Maybe I am musically inclined because like that's a thing that like I can actually hear music when there's no
yeah.
music playing.
And same thing with like, and so my mom had a Black Sabbath record, Paranoid.
Ooh, maybe I should have been a DJ. Shit, now I don't feel so bad.
Yeah.
'Cause I actually can hear music like.
Yeah, as if it's playing when it's not
Yeah.
playing. And so there was a song, Electric Funeral, that my mom liked when I was a baby, and she would play
No,
Electric
seriously,
Funeral.
I've like really for a a long time thought something was wrong with me because I can like
Well, there
literally hear
is.
music. Shut up, playing.
There
when
is,
there's no
but
music
it's a
playing.
positive. It's not a negative.
Like,
I mean, I thought it was a negative at first, but you have to learn how to sort of work with what you're given, right? And so after hearing Electric Funeral and recording it in my brain, again, I was not verbal, but I was like, this has a feeling to it. And then Hendrix, Axe as Bold as Love, my dad would play Axe as Bold as Love, and I would record it without trying to. And then when I did become verbal, right, I started to understand the context of all this stuff. but I couldn't stop my brain from doing it.
So here's questions, God.
Mm-hmm.
I need like so many more hours with you.
There'll be a part 8. It's fine. We have time.
Well, no, he's talking about decades. We could have like we 80s, 90s.
Dude,
we just,
I'm
like, go through
serious.
all that.
Yeah, straight up.
This is a whole thing. Dude, I love this.
Hi.
And you don't even you live here?
Yeah, I live
you
here.
live here, but you DJ in Austin.
Yeah. And I'll tell you why later.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm
That's
like
the dot dot
want
dot.
to like
That's the ellipses.
call everybody that I know to be like, why is this like, God, why is this on the thing?
So yeah, so the first time I DJ'd, I put together my set in my head, and then I found the records, and then without knowing how to like use the turntables, I figured out how to use them. But what I had aligned in my head worked, and I made people dance in the backyard at 15 years old at a gang house party in Northside because I was talking shit.
Ooh, if my mama knew what I was doing at 15 in Austin. Let's just say.
I mean, samesies, right?
Let's just say when raving was illegal, I guess, or
Yeah, my brother was a rave
secretive,
DJ.
I was living in Austin.
Yeah, my brother was a big rave DJ. He
And we
went by.
talked about this earlier. I've looked like this since the 5th grade.
Yeah, so there you go.
So-
His DJ name was DJ Lord Vishnu.
Okay, so what is that? So I talk about this sometimes. These punk bands and stuff do not come at me that have the string cheese. Like I can't even read their fucking band names, and that's like a whole thing that's cool. Is DJing like names? Is that like a thing? Is it like the weirder the better, or is it like a catchy, or you're just trying to be?
For me, it's all about what the actual DJ does and not their name or their persona or anything. Like before we knew what content was, if I saw a DJ in the
have the internet back then.
yeah, we didn't. So if the contents
Thank
of
God.
his ability like impressed me, and I can't go watch another DJ. If there's a DJ night, I don't go.
Okay.
Because
Okay, so do you not go? Okay, so like where I'm usually like, okay, do other bands go and support bands on their nights off and all this?
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys go to
I
Brewhouse and these places
I-
that do things?
I will.
Do y'all go and check out other DJs?
I
Is
can't.
that a thing?
I can't recreationally go to a DJ night. Like I'll go support homies.
Okay.
Like I'll pay my money to get in.
Yeah.
I'll buy a drink. Then I'll dap everybody up, and then I'm like, I'm out because my
weird?
brain wants to do the thing, and I can't.
Are you
do
like
the
overcorrecting?
thing.
Is like a
Yeah.
like a thing? Is
Yeah.
what it should. So,
Exactly.
okay.
And so
So it's probably like an overstimulation. Like it's just too.
I'm just like I can't be here. This
Your
is not.
OCD kicks in. So
I
DJs
am-
have OCD. You're like, oh, you should have been doing that.
Or maybe they should, maybe they shouldn't. I just know for little old me, I can't relax and enjoy and have a conversation like we're having. If there's someone like, burp, 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 I'm like,
Yeah.
let's go somewhere else and talk. That has no music.
Let's go to Starbucks.
Let's go to a wine bar with no music. You know what I mean? And then we can have a conversation. But that doesn't mean I don't want to support the homies. I will put people on. I've given people, lots of work. I've put lots of money in lots of people's pockets in this town. And I didn't have to go to their gigs. I knew that they were good. They were good enough to where I didn't leave because I was repulsed. I left because I was like, I just have to separate myself from this. And it wasn't bad. It wasn't a bad thing.
Yeah, it's on it. No, I get that.
And so that's the thing. Are you good? Period. Fuck your social media presence. Fuck your DJ name. Fuck how you dress. I don't care if you show up looking like Pigpen. If you have skills, that is the only thing that matters. And that's where I come from, right? Skills are the only thing that matter. Period. Be nice and have skills. Right?
Nice.
If you're not nice, it doesn't matter if you have skills because no one is going to suffer your bullshit. Be nice and have skills. And if you have both of those,
I need to take you to some places with me, so I can be like off camera, obviously.
Well, no, I mean Leslie
So I
said
can be
something.
like, I'm like, do these people have skills? Because I hear shit and I'm like, this shit is like, I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Well,
I might not be a very good source. I might need someone else.
Leslie
to
said
come in.
something similar, that like the beats battle that he
Yeah.
was the DJing that he was
Yeah.
doing, like you got to bring it.
You gotta bring it. You gotta bring
Yeah.
it.
That's it.
Be
bring it.
good.
The name doesn't matter.
And be good sight unseen. Right? Like you didn't know me just now.
No, I didn't know. I like walked into this being like, I don't know who my interview is tonight. I hope he comes up or Scott fucking introduces.
Right?
Like, I'm just sitting here. I had no idea.
Yeah, and that's good.
No idea.
That's good because here's the deal. Regardless,
And I'm about to be your like best stalker. By the way,
hey,
if you have a girlfriend, sorry, I'm about to be in your DMs. Like
no girlfriend.
doing shows and shit. I'm gonna be like, so when are you gonna be back on the podcast? Like,
Yeah.
what are we doing?
For sure.
Here's this event. What are we doing?
But that's the thing. The quality of the content outshines everything else. Right? Cuts through. So there is no gatekeeper. There is no social media that's good enough. There is no promoter that's going to be hype enough because if you are good, it blazes through everything. It is self-evident. It's what I call the density of sincerity.
And you better do some shout outs because I think that is the most perfect fucking cue to fucking end this podcast on. Wait, say it again.
The density of sincerity.
Me and you are about to be like the most bestest friends, dude. I love it. I love you so much already. Oh my god, I love
I don't want to ruin your perfect ending, but we have been okayed to stay open if you want to.
okay, well I just
Well, let's clap anyways.
yeah, let's clap. Let's do it. Do you want to do any shout outs? Plug your places that you're doing things in Austin.
So my shout outs will be to you, to this podcast. Thank you so much for hosting. Right? Thank you for Scott. Thank you for making the connection.
I love that. Thank you. I just get nerded out every time someone agrees to actually sit the fuck down on my podcast.
And
Like, I love it. I love it.
and you know, like really, if
I really know something's wrong with the music scene.
oh, 100%.
Like something's wrong with it.
Yeah.
I actually think it can be fixed.
I mean,
obviously can't
it-
fucking fix it, but
Yeah.
like
I tried.
everybody that's like hashtag support local music.
We can
Can we please like
we can part two this.
rings unite and like actually support fucking the scene?
Yeah.
And, like
We will part two this, and we'll talk about my record label in my like little thing that I did to try and fix the music scene. But no, thank you for your time. Thank you, Daniel, for your expertise. Thank you, Scott.
look
My
at him.
pleasure.
Big
He's
Al.
Like, I just got to make sure Ashley doesn't like stab me.
No, man, it's all good. And you know, like whoever's giving their time to listening to this, like big ups to them. You know, what I used to do when I was on KPFT when I was a kid is instead of shouting out people, I'd shout out bus lines. So big ups to 40 Telephone and the 75 Irvington
Nice.
and the
Nice.
25 Airline. Right? So we shout out bus lines because if
They
you're
would do
listening to
that.
this,
Holy shit, that is so fucking smart.
because if they're
Look, all of us are laughing because we've all fucking.
you've been on the bus.
Shout out 52.
Yeah,
Shout
that
out to
shit gives me
52.
fucking anxiety right now. dude.
No,
That
not
shit,
at all. Like the last. So think about this. Imagine someone shouting out your bus line because they've been there. That is humanity. So don't shout out people.
And actually,
Shout
it's
out.
funny because we've all. I mean, me and Daniel have been there. So.
Yeah, shout out the communal experience of the 15 Fulton bus.
Which everyone goes from,
Mm-hmm.
I guess, Spring Branch to the Northwest Transit Center. I don't know. I think
Yeah.
it was like 4840 or something.
There you go.
And I lived over in the Dirty Branch.
Boom.
Dirty.
The Dirty Branch. That's a up and coming. Yeah, in 5 years because they're going to gentrify the fuck out of it. So the Dirty Branch is happening. That's what I'm always going to call it. I will always call Spring Branch the Dirty Branch. Sorry, cancel me if you want to.
Not at all. There's no canceling anymore.
And we have me and my sound person have history in the Dirty Branch. So I will always fucking
Very
call it
good.
that.
So shout out folks on the
Yeah,
bus that listening
the
to
bus
this.
lines. That's so fucking smart.
Especially if it's in the early AMs when folks are just getting off of work. Real people matter, not cool
They
people.
do. So can we have bus lines that please run 24 hours
I know,
a
right?
day, so I don't have to drive from Barker Cypress to the east side
Straight
when
up.
I leave my bartending job?
So nurses that are getting off of work
really
at 5
like to not have to
a.m.
drive that anymore.
Right? janitors that are showing up to work at 6 a.m. Shout outs to all of them.
That's real jobs, dude. Not everybody works those fun 9 to 5s.
Yeah. So I would rather make those people happy than please a cool crowd.
Dude, I fucking am gonna do a printout of all the fucking bus lines now here
Do
in
it.
Houston
Shout out the
and
bus
start
lines.
doing shout outs to them. You're laughing. I fucking love that. That's actually a fucking. We should film a podcast on a fucking bus.
Straight. And ask what they listen to. You want to know what
Started
people are
at
listening
the
to?
fucking northest point to this,
Yep.
and just
Ask them what are they listening to. Ask them
on
where they're coming from.
the fucking bus.
Because here's the deal: it's not just about what they're listening to; it's about the soundtrack that's coloring their day of what they're doing. This is why cool people
And
are
y'all would
zero
never
sum.
guess on my soundtrack. Y'all would probably be like blown away.
I'm so curious. And so here's the deal: maybe on your podcast you start asking people, right,
Probably, it's definitely
what
not
what they
y'all
actually listen to.
Instead of like, what's your inspiration?
Yeah,
everyone's
no,
like,
and
Pantera.
not the hype shit.
And I love. Okay, I love it. I get it. We all love fucking Pantera. That's usually the general consensus is Pantera is the inspiration for every metal band here in Houston.
But that's late. It's late. Pantera's late. There's earlier inspirations.
That's literally what everybody's like.
I know, but that's so basic, bitch. That's what I call flat booty, right? That's a flat booty response. There's nothing back there.
God, I gotta take you to my job with me.
Anyway,
I love it.
have we peaked? Part one. This is part 1 of 12.
Okay, Scott, come on. We have got to do this. Do you have somebody next Monday booked, or can
Not
we?
booked, but I'm working on it. I have some people.
Okay, so when can I have your boy?
Well,
Back on.
I mean, if you want to do next Monday, we can do next Monday. I don't
When
care.
are you free? We could have
that out.
him
Free.
just hanging out doing
Yeah,
like
let's do it.
spot guest things.
Yeah,
I'm always
down.
looking for a guest co-host.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
you've been the most honest person, literally, that's been on my podcast.
Well, there you go. All right. Are we good?
I wanted to throw a shout out.
Okay, do some shout
You guys had brought up the Rickshaw Billy's Burger Patrol, which I'd never heard of, and I think I got Rick and the S typed into my search, and it popped up.
Yes, sir.
So that
Rickshaw
was
Billy's Burger Patrol.
Epic.
Big ups.
There's two. We were talking about the music venues that have closed and that we've lost. And
So we
everyone
lost
knows
Acadia, Fitzgerald,
obviously. But,
Concert Pub
Walters
North.
was a great one too, man. I don't feel
R.I.P.
knew about it. That had a great sound system. But in light of all that, there's two fabulous venues that are active in Houston now and really putting out good work. John over at Black Magic Social Club
Yes, I
on the
love
east
them.
side.
I love
He
them.
is
I was
full
just-
of dope ass bands
I
and
was
cool
just there
people.
this last week, actually.
It's a great venue.
It is a good
It's
venue.
really fun. It's all dressed up inside like Day of the Dead, and it's a horror themed bar, but good bands. And
No, they're pulling some bands that. Okay, I'm gonna say this. God, please do not cancel me. All my other venues that I love so
No
much.
one's going to cancel you. Canceling's over with.
Black Magic.
Social Club.
No, that's not. I know. I think has the potential to really kind of fucking blow up with where they're at.
massive potential.
Massive.
Yeah. So hit up John. And then the other place I want to tell you guys about
Things are happening there that I'm
is Trip
excited about.
6, and it's so dope. It is such a good venue. Summer is the booker and owner of it, and it is raw ass punk and metal. And
Okay,
those kids just
I was supposed to
perform.
be there for
the love of it.
I was supposed to be there for an event this weekend. I don't know what the fuck happened, and it's not the. I don't think it was band thing.
It's raw.
I think
like,
someone actually passed away in our music scene,
Oh,
and that's
no.
what kind of fucked up that show at Trip 6.
Oh, that sucks. I didn't.
It was a halfway to Halloween thing. It was a whole thing. I think just based on what I can pick up, because no one like really is talking about it yet. I think someone passed away, so I think that's what canceled that show. I think that venue I love. It's very DIY, right? It's very
It's full of passion. I'm sorry to hear about
BYOB.
the potential loss, but
Why do we not have more places like that can pop up?
fair enough.
You know what I mean? And do things.
I feel a lot of it is a lot of what you were talking about this evening, that it's all about Paris Hilton and sex, success, and money, and being a instant
Capitalism.
rock star. It's
Look,
all about
so
money. But these kids over at
Apex
Trip
Fallen,
6,
Apex Fallen did a show. They were booked at a show in Austin, and then the venue didn't exist, and they did a rogue gorilla show under a warehouse, like a street, like in a. It was under a the. Daniel, help me. I know, because they did that rogue. It was like a pop up gorilla show, but it was in like a tunnel and like under the freeway and shit. Yes, in Austin. And I'm like, the fuck? Because people, like, bands are having a hard time getting booked.
The Austin Tunnels? Is that what you're
Yeah,
talking about?
they're having a hard time getting booked. So, like, why is that not a thing? Like, why can we not start
What,
doing
here in
all
Houston,
these
just,
gorilla
like, set up
shows?
a thing under the
Low
freeway
key,
type
I
deal?
love
Like,
venues, but,
I
like,
don't know.
why
That might
can't
get broken up pretty
why
quick.
can't we just be, like, doing shit? And we're going to end with that. Get
Yeah.
in my DMs. I love all my music venues, but, like,
You're offering to help.
yeah, if I'm like doing a rogue show under the freeway, don't come at me, HPD or other venues.
Hold on, just shout out to people that we missed.
I love it.
But
Yes, I love it. I love it.
All right.
I love it.
Cool.
But just thank you to Summer and those cats at Trip Six, and those kids are they're in it to for the lifestyle and because they love.
And I would love
music.
to film a podcast there,
They-
so get in my fucking DMs.
I was thinking about that.